With 118 days left to get Supersonic Legend, it's time to bring in the big guns. I'd like to introduce everyone to the man who truly needs no introduction, Lethamyr. The multi-high-level Supersonic Legend, ex-pro, and king of Rocket League knowledge, has agreed to help me. As someone who has seen Rocket League evolve at the highest level over the years, I'm hoping that Lethamyr might spot something in my gameplay that no one else can spot. And guys, I have a little confession. Well, it's not a confession, I just want to tell you guys that I'm honestly starting to feel the mechanics are getting there. I'm hitting shots that I'm genuinely proud of. I feel like I've unlocked the next level of skill and control, and I know that this will surely assist me in reaching the goal. There is one problem still. I'm extraordinarily stupid. I have been my entire Rocket League life. I don't know if I just have low IQ, but I need some help there always. So, in comes Lethamyr, and here's the plan. I'm going to play a couple of games in front of Lethamyr, trying my best to play normal so that afterwards he can break down what happened. Also, if you want to see the entire coaching session, Lethamyr has already uploaded it to his channel. So what you're going to see is a quick summary of all the things he told me and the aftermath. Did I get 1700 back, or did I stay bad at the game? Hey, who are you? Oh! Ah! No, stop!
Hey, it's CBell. I know you guys are tired of Rocket League and want to play a different game. Well, I have the solution. Shotball. Shotball is football with shotguns. Way cooler than Rocket League. In fact, this game is run on Unreal Engine 5. Imagine still playing an Unreal Engine 3 game. Do you like the movement of Rocket League? Well, Shotball has that movement too, but with real people who do parkour type movements. Shotball is played in exciting 3v3 matches where you can customize your gear and utilize abilities to score the ball in the net. If you're like me, CBell, and you're stuck in your rank in Rocket League, Shotball can be your escape. You can jump, slide, and shoot. You rotate, it's got everything you need.
Hey, get away from that microphone.
If you're watching this, it means Shotball has been released on Steam for Season 1 and eventually will be on PlayStation and Xbox. There's a link in the description to go and download the game. It's entirely free to play, so do yourself a favor and get off Rocket League for a bit and give it a try. Again, the link is in the description. Go ahead and click it. Click it now. Click it.
Don't you ever step foot in my office again. Sorry, guys. Where were we? Oh, right, with Lethamyr.
So how do you usually like to play? Are you usually like a support? You like go for shots?
It's actually a very funny time because I've been playing like very disruptive lately, and it's not how I normally play. I'm usually more controlled, trying to wait out plays and like bide my time.
You're trying to get aggressive and time your be like a little more fast.
For the first part of the session, Lethamyr wanted to watch my gameplay. There's really not much to show here. It's just a normal game. Leth and I were just talking about a few things. The real juice of the session comes during his replay analysis. But even during the game, he was pointing out things that I just couldn't even see myself.
Yeah, I actually think it was open for you if you just launched that. I want to ask you, what is the accomplishment of hitting that over to this wall?
Yeah, I think it was just to try to keep it over there on their half so we could continue kind of cycling it out.
So that's kind of what I want to highlight is like sometimes like, yeah, we have a line here in the middle that determines whether it's blue or orange side, but you shouldn't think about sides so much as like just this means more pressure. When you see this guy like waste 60 boosts to make a touch that goes over here and lands to nothing, that's an advantage that you now have, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And yeah, you could say like, oh, if I beat him, it would have been fine, but regardless, it wasn't the best net positive play. Yeah. Instead, stay close, monitor what he's doing, then take the boost pad in the way here, take that boost, it'll land here. This guy will have no boost, and even if he stays pressured on the ball, like he's not going to be able to do much because he's very, very low boost.
This is the first major tip I got from Lethamyr. I don't know why I was thinking like this lately, but I wanted to beat my opponents to the ball no matter what. But sometimes it's better to let them go for the ball, and then you can position and have an advantage. The second most important tip I gathered from Leth during this session was every inch matters. Now, he kind of mentioned this quickly, but I think as a pro, it's something that they do without thinking about it, and I don't think he realized how important this was to me because I very often give away my advantages.
Like once again here, like, are you trying to beat oil? Because right now you have the advantage. You're closer. Like that little inch that you have is very, very important, and it is the difference maker between whether the opponent's going to go or not. Because if you look from Oil's perspective, he sees this, he's last man. The other guy's jumping and he's already hesitant because he thought the other guy was going to touch it. And now he sees you approaching the ball. And right now, like if you ran at this and shot, he's scared. So he's going to go back.
Obviously, that makes a lot of sense. I just was curious, so I looked back at an old replay and immediately I give away my advantage. And this is not the only time I do this. For whatever reason, I'm not recognizing when I have the advantage, and I'm quick to do something with the ball, but that something is pointless. So I'm going to be looking out for this a lot more in Leth. I know you didn't make a huge point about it, but I think this is one of the most important things that I can take from your session.
If you go back here, I think a better spot to hit this is kind of come a little bit more wide here and get the ball in this angle. You see this guy turning? Maybe you didn't see him because you were behind the ball, but in this position where your teammate is ready to like kind of pose a threat in front, you kind of want the ball on this angle, like softly instead of this angle, because then you can't really get as wide of a chip. Like when you touch the ball over to this spot here and then you go wide and you have the whole net to shoot on, this whole top bar.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you really kind of make the power that you get on the shot less and less the more the ball is moving away from you in this direction. When you come in on this shot here, it's going to be a less powerful shot because all the momentum is moving away from you already on the ball. Meanwhile, when you're shooting the ball when it's coming like this, you're kind of coming at a T-bone angle on the ball, which means any of the momentum that was moving in this direction is not being affected by your shot. Does that make sense a little bit?
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. I'm sure most of you guys know this. I personally even know this, but in the game, I feel like I kind of forget about it. Like, it feels like I have less time to set up a shot like this. In fact, looking at some old replays, I think a lot of people, and obviously myself included, we will push the ball towards the net or set up even a flick, when sometimes not going for the flick is better because a power shot is super hard to defend. Probably harder to defend than a flick in most cases. So yeah, go wide on your shots and setups if possible. Now, the next big tip from Lethamyr was just a pretty nice reminder. And honestly, there was a few coaches in the past that have told me this, but you got to stay more grounded.
I actually think here that the flip is what caused this to be so uncomfortable. I know you're going to waste more boost coming back, but I think that because you had to wait for the time that you landed, you couldn't jump up fast enough. If you turned and boosted right here and just had your speed, because you already used so much boost that you're almost full speed anyway. See that? Like you're flipping to get your supersonic, but you using like 5 more boosts would have gotten you there, I think. Like you were already used so much of it. And so you landed further than when I probably would have jumped. I probably would have started the jump here and went direct to go for the cutoff, because you would have beat them if you were going direct line. Yeah. So I think like if you be careful when you're flipping in the game and pay attention to the fact that you're already moving pretty quickly. I know it's like such a minuscule thing, but it's important to think about.
Quickly, again, I looked back to my replays, and it's pretty obvious to see that I'm flipping too much. I'm not staying grounded when I should be. There are moments where you can flip, but I think those are pretty clear. And the professionals, they do it correctly pretty much every time. So thank you, Leth. We have 1 tip to go.
I think this is very savable, though. Like, you're way too vertical. Like,
Yeah.
your car is, like, in this line where it really should be like that. And you're 50ing here's your car side profile. You're 50ing this hitbox instead of that hitbox. So, like, when I go for these 50s, what I would do is I'd go up here. The ball's coming towards me. I air roll my car so I'm flat-sided towards...
Back? The top of your car is facing it?
Top of the car is facing the ball.
And then you just don't flip?
I flip. Yeah, you flip into it.
Okay.
But
so
you're flipping with the biggest contact, and that'll cause the vector of the ball to go pinch it more sideways.
Okay.
So you're a little bit more like you almost
Why do I
hit
do
the
that?
tip.
That's strange. That's such a bad way of saving a ball when it's floating there. That's gonna help a lot in like ones. Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, you're like going sideways on the ball. Meanwhile, you should be like air rolling sideways, so you're like flat with the ball.
I literally turned my car into the smallest box I can. That's great.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, like if I have the hitbox plug-in on, you actually hit the smallest one out of all of it. Like you actually hit like the top tip of your car with the ball instead. Like you didn't even use the side. Like you're using that one.
Yeah, what am I doing? Okay.
So you actually hit it. You actually end up hitting it to the right as if the car didn't exist, but he does exist. So you want to hit it differently.
Yeah.
Like you're clearing it as if this guy doesn't have a 50 with you. Yeah.
I mean, 50-50s are probably one of the biggest mechanics in the higher ranks of Rocket League that matter. I mean, most people are going to meet you at the ball. You're never going to get that much free time. So if you can force a 50-50 into your favor, you're going to start seeing more and more advantages. And those will snowball, of course, into goals and wins and MMR and SSL and Lethamyr. I just want to say thank you again. These are all amazing. I definitely needed somebody to look at how I was playing. The full video is on Lethamyr's channel if you want to see everything pretty much unedited. There's a lot more than just the 5 things that I've talked about today on this video. But now it's time to put the tips to practice. So let's fast forward a little bit and see if my MMR has increased or not. But we're at 1681. We're only a couple of games away from 1700, getting it back. Feels good. I feel like I'm playing very, very good Rocket League, and you will see 1700 here. Thank you, Lethamyr. We are back to 1700. Now, I do want to show you some of the highlights of the last few days. I say I'm playing good Rocket League, and I'm not joking. I'm just going to put on the coolest song I know, and I'm going to let you guys watch some of the best moments that I've had. I just want you to enjoy it, and think back to where I used to be and how bad I was. And yes, I still have a lot to go, but just look at how much better I am now.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Wait, that's the wrong song. That's my bedtime song.
That was so fast. What?
You're insanely good. Definitely better than me. The shots are so good.
Oh, the angle! What? That's it. What a bang.
Go end it all. World better off without you.
Oh, it's just so clean.
I just want to thank you all for watching, being a part of this. I have a lot to do, but I think overall I'm getting better, and that's the only thing I need to focus on. And I will see you in the next one, hopefully one step closer to Supersonic Legend.